Hello and welcome to another video. So in this video I took the very iconic train route that goes from Belgrade down all the way to Montenegro Bar. So for this route there is a daytime train and then there is also a train on the nighttime. So I decided to opt for the daytime train because honestly I just wanted to enjoy the scenery and look out the window as much as I possibly could. So I thought the daytime train would be perfect for doing that. So the train departed at 9:45 from Belgrade. So the Serbian train had Wi-Fi, which was really good, but we ended up changing trains once we passed into Montenegro, and yeah, they did not have Wi-Fi, but I had lots of podcasts, music, YouTube videos. I had all those downloaded. So for entertainment, honestly, I was sorted. I was enjoying the landscape, enjoying my music, podcast. I was completely not bored. I was loving it. So once we passed the border into Montenegro, the landscape just became just this beautiful, dramatic mountains. There was little rivers, some people like sunbathing and enjoying the river. I was so jealous of them. That's another thing also that I wanted to mention is the air conditioning was amazing on the Serbian trains. Like it was, honestly, I was like too cold. Really strong, good air conditioning. The Montenegrin trains, in my carriage, it didn't have air conditioning. But at that point, the sun was starting to set and it wasn't as hot anymore. So honestly, it was fine. So there was quite a few delays and, the train just kept stopping. So we ended up arriving in Sutomor at almost 10 o'clock. So I left the apartment in Belgrade this morning at 7:30 a.m. and now this is the time and I am honestly absolutely exhausted. So I got the train from Belgrade Centre to Sutomor. It's the one that goes to Bar. I'm pretty sure Bar is the last stop. This apartment is like a little oven, like absolutely boiling. I'm honestly exhausted. I'm so tired. Like I'm just gonna go to bed and just like completely wipe out. This apartment is, yeah, a little oven, so I'm gonna have to sleep with the doors open. There's no air conditioning. I took the day train, so it set off at 9:45. There was quite a few delays. We kept stopping and stuff. We changed carriages once we crossed the border into Montenegro. So the Serbian train had Wi-Fi, but it was like very temperamental because, as you can imagine, we was going through tunnels and stuff, so the Wi-Fi would cut out. So I do just recommend having like lots of entertainment. Like I downloaded a bunch of YouTube videos, stuff like that to keep me entertained, music, podcasts, because yeah, the Wi-Fi was temperamental, but of course, like you're on a train, you're going through tunnels, so I was expecting that. So the border crossing was very simple. We didn't have to get like off the train. The border officers like came onto the train and like stamped all our passports and stuff as we were sat on the train. But yeah, it was a little bit of a nightmare when I arrived to Sutomor because the Airbnb host, so she sent me a message like when I booked this Airbnb, and this was her words. She said, "I will pick you up from the train station at Sutomor." And Airbnb hosts, I've done that before where they've picked me up, and by picking you up, I interpret that as you have a car. But she didn't have a car, she was like coming on foot. Like, and basically to get up to this Airbnb was up the biggest hill ever. And my backpack, and it must have been like at least a 20-minute walk. She didn't speak like any English, so it was very hard to communicate I was just basically saying like, can I call a taxi? Because I thought he was coming by car. It's okay, I'll call a taxi because I cannot walk with my backpack. And we was just going back and forth like on Google Translate. It was just a little bit of a nightmare. We were stood on the corner of the road. I think she said that she was like calling her friend, and then a friend came and picked us up. But yeah, it was a little bit of a nightmare because we was walking and I was like, how many minutes? Because I thought she was coming by car, so when she came by foot, I was like, okay, let me ask, how many minutes is this walk? She did like this, so I was like 5. It wasn't 5 because later after 5 minutes went by, I was like, how much longer? And then she was like, 5, and I was like, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And then she was like, da, and I was like, 5 minutes or like 15 minutes. It was obviously longer than 5 minutes. Yeah, a little communication issue. So it was just a little bit exhausting with my massive backpack because I was really struggling with it uphill, and because I thought it was 5 minutes, I was like, let me just push through, but she kept stopping, so I had to stop because she was like tapping me and like, you know, going on Google Translate, like making me read like what she's saying on Google Translate, and it was just like, are you like Chinese? She asked if I was Chinese, and I was like, my backpack is very, very heavy right now. A very nice woman. I was just very, very exhausted after today. So yeah, her friend came, picked us up, and then we got to the apartment. I'm just ready for a sleep now. I didn't sleep very good at all last night. I slept probably about 3 hours. But the train was really good. I ended up talking to a really, really lovely woman while we was waiting for the train to come, and we was like, we're gonna sit next to each other, but then so many people like crammed onto the train, like it was like mayhem on the train, that we like completely separated. We lost each other basically. Like she got on the train, I saw her get on the train, but that was the last I ever saw of her. It was so busy. I need a very good sleep and be in a better mood and better spirits tomorrow.